Hello and welcome to Total IELTS. In today's lesson, I'll be looking at the listening task, labelling maps and plans. This is a very common task type in part 2 of the listening test and one where students can score very well. I'll be looking at tips and strategies on how to perform well in this task, along with the essential language that you need to understand the task, using Cambridge English IELTS past papers. Thank you for watching. As for maps, the speaker will often describe changes to a location, or future developments, or a guided tour. Here, for example, you need to write your answers in the spaces 12 to 14. As for plans, it can be a tour or a description of a building, or describing particular features in a room. And here, for example, you select the answers A to G for the questions 17 to 20. Your answers for all question types in the listening will be in the same order as the information you hear. So always follow the question numbers for the order you will hear the answers. To do well in this task, it is important to understand the language used to describe location and give directions. For location, most maps will have a compass, so the location will be described in terms of the compass. For example, in the northwest, southeast, west of the lake. Here, for example, in question 14, the recording says in the southeastern corner beyond the marsh is our market garden area. So the answer here is market garden. For location, plans usually don't have a compass, so location will be described using different language. For example, on the right or left, middle or center, opposite or in front of. Here, for example, in this plan, the recording says the artistic director's office is through the double doors, turn right, and it's the first room you come to on the right hand side. So when you follow directions, try to visualize yourself in the map or plan. Decide where you're going to start and pay attention to the places already labeled. These will guide you to the missing answers. Trace your route on the question paper as you listen. Here, for example, for directions, the map clearly states you are here. So visualize yourself here when you follow the directions. The plan here has no indication of where you should start, but it's safe to assume that you would start at the entrance. So as you listen, trace your route on the paper, use the places already labeled. For example, here in question 12, the tape script says moving east is the large grazing area for the rare breeds. This is already marked in the map here. Then further east is the largest section of the park, the forest area. For the plan, here the example says the lighting box is at the back of the building, so it will be somewhere here. When you go through the double doors, turn left, turn right at the water cooler, which is already here in the plan, and turn right again at the end, and it's the second room along that corridor. So study the map or plan carefully before listening. You have time to do this before the recording starts. Pay attention to the places already labeled on the map or plan. These will guide you to the location. Be familiar with the language to describe location and give directions. Visualize yourself in the map when you do follow these directions. For written answers, read the instructions carefully. No more than 2 words means exactly that. If you write more, even if it's correct, it will be marked incorrect. Try to predict the type of word you will hear. Don't change the word you hear in the recording. You will hear the exact word you need to write in the gaps, even though words around the answer may be paraphrased. Check that your written answers fit grammatically, and you can write your answers on your answer sheet in upper or lower case. Also, when you choose from options, be aware that there is always more options than answers. For example, there are 4 questions here, 17 to 20, but there are 9 possible options.